Hello everyone, this is the love video for the sign Leo for the month of October and whatever is left of the month of September as well. Before anything, I would like to give you the news for this month, that it's at the end of the video I will have some exclusive cards from my Psychic Tarot deck. I would say that is to extend a little bit more on what this reading is, to find what solutions you may have. And if you desire to see those videos, then all you need to do is click the join button, which is beneath this video on the right hand side. It just says join there, and when you click that button, there is a payment page that comes up, and that is the membership fee per month. Okay, so if you want to keep that membership, you don't need to do anything. It renews itself, and if you would like to cancel, you just need to do that manually. Okay, so this membership would give you access not just to your horoscope, but all the horoscopes. So there will be 12 videos per month, okay, at the end of each horoscope. So this month, Leo, I have my regular deck that I always utilize, and I also have my Lenormand deck as well. I'm utilizing these cards because I see that they're giving very good messages, and they're very descriptive as well. So for those of you that have never seen my videos, what I do is I shuffle the deck and 7 cards turn over, and I do 3 lines of 7 cards. I also utilize the last card of the deck as a central card or a guide to my readings. Okay, as you saw, this card turned over a few times. Okay, so we're going to continue on here. I would also like to communicate to you that these readings do apply to the ascendant and moon sign as well. If you're unsure, you need to put certain information, which is your birth date, the time, the location. There are many websites online that can find this out for you. So if you're unsure what it is, I would suggest to take a look, because the ascendant and moon sign does give a lot more information. And as far as this reading goes, you need to decide which line you want to pick. You can do that first, or you can decide at the end of the video and see which one applies to your reality. And let's see the card here that we have for the last one. Okay, we have the Four of Wands. Okay, Leo, so here I feel that you're trying to fight for your stability in your relationship. Emotional stability. Very similar here. This video is very similar to the Libra video. And the reason why I say this is because you may have an ascendant or moon sign in the other sign, and it may be relevant for you to watch that other video as well. So I'll explain to you here. I feel that you want to maintain balance and stability, because here I see that you're ill or recuperating yourself from some type of a rupture here. I see like an illness or something that has pained you for a long time. It could also be that something sporadically arrived into your life and you don't feel too well with this new addition into your life. Okay, whatever case it may be, the important part here is that you maintain order and calm. And what do I mean by that? These cards this month, for the first line, Leo, they're asking you to have patience. And maybe you're, someone who's watching this here thinking, it's very easy to say that. And yes, that's true. It is very easy to say that. Sometimes, we ask for patience, but it's very difficult to walk in someone else's shoes and try to understand. It depends on the situation. But here I feel that this problem that you have is a difficult problem of trying to resolve here. I don't see that in one day everything can be resolved. There's a lot more. I see there's a lot of depth to this issue. I see that you may be dealing with someone who is an air sign in your relationship. or had dealt with an air sign. And it's someone who many times acts on impulse. And despite that, air signs characterize themselves for taking their time, etc., etc., here I feel that the attitude that this person has is not beneficial for you. It's not beneficial for the situation that you're dealing with, and I'll explain why. What this person does or decides in certain ways impedes you directly, first of all, because you are their partner. Number one, because you're their partner, obviously. And number two, because you have love for this person and care for this person. But the problem here is that you feel that he or she, because it could be either of you here, let's put them next to each other. He or she acts in a way that is a little bit irresponsible. If it is her, you feel that this person says things and acts impulsively and passes comments that they shouldn't. They hurt you emotionally. They humiliate you. I feel many negative things with this person. I also feel in this case that it could be your mother-in-law, for example, in certain cases, or even your own mother. Because, there are some cases where mothers are not the best influence. It's not very common, but it does happen. And there are people here that have their mother living in their home. And they're doing it for everyone to be happy. If in the future you have children, for them to be with their grandmother, all those beautiful things. But the only thing that happens here is discord. And this can apply to many things. I see that it could be your partner, or it could be someone else, a third party, who is involved in this relationship. I don't feel really something romantic here. So like I've said, it could be someone who lives in your home. For example, someone who said, I'm only going to be here a month and is there for 2 years. This situation, Leo, is affecting financially the stability of the relationship. It's affecting the structure of the relationship. I believe that this here, the decision that was made to be temporary ended up being a long-term decision and created many problems in your life. Look, the advice here is, first of all, to take things a little bit more gently. Because as I've told you at the beginning, I see that you are dealing with some health issues. I see that you are emotionally heightened. Okay? And I see that you're going through a very hard time. I'm not going to deny that. Here is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, which is the number 10, and the month of October, which is what I'm referring to. How can you minimize that this month be so difficult to overcome or to balance? Having patience, number one, and to take things a little bit more not to heart. And I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's not impossible. Okay, because the good thing about this is that the Wheel of Fortune now is down, but it will turn. Okay, and when it turns, it will bring positive things your way, because that's how life works. Not everything goes wrong and not everything goes good. Because there are going to be moments in your life where you're going to have bad moments and good moments, okay? So you will have had good moments in your life and they will turn again. So that's what the Wheel of Fortune is symbolizing. It is constantly turning. Okay, so let's take a look at what's going to happen with this situation, if there will be a balance, and if it will turn out okay for you. I think it will turn out okay for you, but I think you will definitely need to take a pause and really count and draw that strength and be a little bit more patient. Yeah, definitively here there is a situation that you need to look with a magnifying glass here, because the magnifying glass, what it brings here is examination. Okay, so it's a meticulous examination of a situation that at the beginning it seemed okay, but later on, for example, when we start looking at in a document, for example, the fine print, we see that we made decisions that were based on something we weren't aware of. Okay, so this tells me that this situation needs to reach its end. We have the broomstick here, that it's time to remove this from our lives because it does not bring anything positive. And this here tells me that you do achieve it. This is the end, the coffin, it's the death. It's not a physical death, but it is a death of ending with a negative stage in your life. So, Leo, if you are in this situation, really, the bad will turn to good. I can promise you that. So we're going to move on to the second line here. Oh, wow. Okay. So here we have a lot of information. Okay, so there's the first 7 cards. Okay, so we're going to take a look at all of the cards. And we'll take a look at the last card here as well. Okay, so here, Leo, I see you with new projects and trying to reorganize your life and move forward to, I would say, get out of love triangles, that the only thing that have brought your way is to complicate your life, and to try to do a bit of a cleanse here I see in your home. Here is you, Leo, or this one here, man or woman. Now, the problem is this. We all know, and I think, you being a fire sign, and any fire sign will know this, when 2 fire signs say that they are right, then it's a bad situation. This can take decades. This really can take decades to come to an agreement. And here I see this situation as a problem. Here there are 2 people who are a fire sign, so it could be Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, or who have these characteristics. So people who are very passionate and who, when they argue, can argue forever and can never come to an agreement. I believe here, more than anything, this refers to a situation from the past, something that happened a while ago. It could be an argument in which 3 people were involved in this conflict. Each of you went your own separate ways. And I see that you really, or either one of you, really allowed this to happen for quite a long time. As in the saying of ignorance is bliss, to say that, nothing happened, I'm going to look the other way. But, this shows me, Leo, that this situation has not ended. It could be that this relationship that your partner had may have been with someone who was from a different culture or country or religion, something different between the two. And this really, in that moment, it really broke your heart. But now I'm seeing that today you've really left it in the past. It doesn't bother you as much. You are fighting and searching for stability, family stability, emotional stability. And you're telling me here that you've tried to forget the past. You're putting in as much effort as you can, which is very important here, to leave everything behind, to renew yourself and to start a new life. But here there is something that was left. This has been left pending in your emotional self. I don't really feel physical illness. It could be that in certain cases there might be some psychosomatic symptoms such as, like, anxiety. There may be people who eat too much or too little and do different things, or physical things to try and diminish that pain that the relationship left on them. But in your case, I feel that it's left a bit of a hole, and you feel like you need to resolve this and clarify this. And this tells me that this is something that's not new. This is from the past. And this person, it could have been that what they did to you many times. And I feel that this person has cheated on you. But, for example, they've cheated on you, but they never stopped being present or being in the home. I don't feel it was a relationship in which the person left and never came back. Here I see that you were both always there, but with all of this long-lasting emotional damage where they were cheating on you, you didn't trust them, all of those situations. And here there's two people which I see economically, they support each other, and I can even say on some aspects spiritually. Because if the other individual had an issue, you would run to help them. It's not that you don't care about them, but you're always with that bit of resentment about what happened. And here this tells me that you need to balance your emotions. You need to try and manage this problem. Because at the end of the tunnel, there is light. This is the light at the end of the tunnel here. This is the happiness that triumphs for you. I feel this here. I feel that you need to start projects together. You need to change your rhythm, you need to think about what you can achieve for the future. So yes, there is light at the end of this tunnel that used to be very dark, but at the end you'll find the light there. And these cups are full for you, Leo. It's difficult, but it is not impossible. So have faith that something good will happen and you will achieve what it is that you've wanted so badly, which is stability and happiness. Okay, so let's see what the Lenormand cards have to tell us about this. Yep, that is exactly here. It is the same thing that I was telling you earlier. And sometimes I like to tell you literally what the card says, because it is exactly what I've said here. This card says that I am your family and your base, your ground, and your home. I give you stability and comfort. I am your living arrangement and environment. I am what surrounds you and your estate. Okay? The cards around me will give you signs on my present state or what the future will dictate. Okay, so really it is exactly what I was talking about here. Okay, so it's a sanctuary is to be found in the house, showing us a family and the home, which is exactly what we see here. The sanctuary that offers us shelter from the world. Okay, so I feel that despite constantly fighting with this person, this, and I'll make this very clear, this line is for couples here. So anyone who's in a relationship, you're always arguing about the same things and have never been in agreement. And I see that one of you or both of you cheated on one another, and there's always that little bit of resentment, or it comes up in arguments to, what happened in the past. I see that you utilize sometimes words kind of to read between the lines to let the person know that you're still hurt about what happened. But, when we look forward, this is what tells us here, because there is stability here. And this will always be there until the end of your days. And really, to continue arguing about the same thing doesn't make any sense if you're going to be together. So there is light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, so let's go to the third line. Okay, so here this is telling me that this month you're going to speak with someone. And I think you're going to speak to someone, in this case, of topics that in certain ways you have fantasized about. And why do I say this? Because this is when you express something that you never wanted to say before. Could be out of fear, of judgment. It could be a fear that the other person wouldn't understand you. But the moment has come where you need to speak about things that are important. And why? Because the situation between both of you seems that it's been going on for a while. It could be that you are already together, or someone that you really want to formalize your relationship with, someone that you've known for a long time. And this month, you stop fantasizing about this idea, and you tell them how you feel. I think that when you tell this person, they're definitely going to be impacted by what you say. And secondly, I think it'll be the end of an era in your relationship, or in your future relationship. It will open up new doors here of communication with this person. And it will allow you to liberate yourself. And here I see that one stage in your life is done and another one starts here. This secret has really kept you captive, I would say. And you've kind of put yourself in that situation. Something that you've lived in your life and you haven't wanted to communicate. And now you feel unhappy and you feel just sad emotionally. And it could have been where it got to the point where you've wanted to end the relationship with not just for the sheer fact that you didn't want to tell them this, that you've held. But I'm telling you, if you express what it is that you feel, they will listen to you and they will receive the news, yes, surprised. I'm not going to say no, but not uncomprehensible. Look, once again, you have the same card here, and look at all of the cards that we have in this deck here. Your home is your stability. Your family could be that you may have something to tell to you. It could be your children, your parents, your siblings. There is someone that you need to tell. Okay? Open your heart here, because I see that they will receive this with kindness. Where this is the place where the problems are resolved, okay? It'll be in the home. Here is where individuals work together to find solutions for you to have a better life. Okay, so we need to trust in the people that we know and that are always there for us. Okay, so this card really is to suffer in silence, but in this case it's unnecessarily, because you can produce this change. So I'll tell you once again, yes, there is light at the end of the tunnel for you. I wish you all of the best, Leo. I hope that this reading helps you in making some important decisions. And thank you so much for liking my videos. Thank you for leaving me your comments and being there. And if you would like to join my memberships for the exclusive content. Okay, so we will see each other very soon with new videos, and I wish you all the best.